Do you know that it might actually be better to buy the Tecno Pop 10 over the Spark 40? On paper, it looks like the Spark 40 has enough upgrades to cost literally 40,000 naira more, but I don't think that is completely true. That's why in this video I'm putting these two phones head to head across the usual 7 different categories, so we can find out whether Spark 40 is actually much better or if you might just be wasting your money by spending more on it. The first area we're covering here is design and build quality. In terms of how they look, these are two clear examples of shameless copycatting. The Pop 10 went for the newest normal non-pro iPhone design, which Apple introduced with the iPhone 16, and that is exactly the same case with the Spark 40. Even though many people may argue that the Spark 40 was released before the iPhone 17 Pro models, Apple were still the ones who first came up with the concept. They are basically the original owners of this aesthetic. However, if you compare both phones side by side, I would say that the Spark 40 looks slightly better because of its more centered camera design, which helps to reduce table wobbling. What about build quality? Well, I'm surprised to see that in this aspect, they are almost the same. They both have a sturdy plastic finish, the same IP64 rating, and the same claimed 1.5 meter drop resistance, which is very impressive. The Tecno Spark 40 might look a little nicer, but not many people would choose it over the Pop 10 because of that alone. However, since the Pop 10 is more cheaper and the important things here are shockingly similar, the first category clearly ends up as a draw. And if you are enjoying this video, kindly leave a like so more people can see it, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the external features. Now, this is the first area where both of these phones show a major difference. On paper, they still share many similar components. They both come with a side-mounted fingerprint scanner for security, which is quite fast and reliable when unlocking the phones. They also both have a 3.5mm headphone jack as well as an IR blaster for controlling different home appliances. But then we have the speakers, and this part is going to be very important. Even though both phones come with dual speaker systems, the Spark 40 offers the better and more impressive stereo sound quality. This is honestly quite surprising considering its price, because a few years ago this was something that was almost impossible to find on budget devices. The Pop 10's dual speakers are still loud, but they clearly lack depth and overall audio quality, and that alone is strong enough to give the point to the Spark 40. 2-1. But what about the displays on both phones? Before I go deeper into this section, one thing you should know is that these two devices are still budget-focused phones, so you should not expect them to look like high-end models such as the Infinix Hot 60 Pro Plus or the Tecno Camon 40. When you compare them side by side, it's almost disappointing that both screens are basically the same. They both use a 720p IPS panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and a decent level of brightness. I initially thought the Spark 40 would have a better display because of the price difference between the two. But the truth is that this is almost the limit of what brands usually offer on phones that sell for under 150,000 naira. The screens are sharp enough, quite vibrant, and reasonable color accurate, especially when consuming content. That's actually very good enough that most people should not have any serious complaints. But since the Pop 10 offers the same display experience, this category ends up as another draw. Now, this is where things really start to get interesting, because we are moving on to what is probably the most important part of this comparison: performance. I should first point out that the price gap between these two smartphones is about 40,000 naira, so naturally we would expect the Spark 40 to be more powerful. So let's see what really happens here. Currently, the Tecno Pop 10 is the Unisoc T7250 processor, while the Spark 40 uses the Mediatek Helio G81 Ultra. Even though these are very different chips from different brands, it's honestly surprising to see that none of them is clearly better than the other. I understand that both are budget phones with similar capabilities, but it's still strange that a much cheaper phone can perform almost the same as a more expensive one. Does that mean the Spark 40 is underpowered? Not really, because in reality it's less about the Spark 40 being bad and more about the Pop 10 being surprisingly exceptionally good. Both phones perform exactly the way you expect from devices under 150k. They handle daily tasks well, from uploading speeds to RAM management and even casual gaming, and that is what truly matters. So this category also ends up as a draw. Since performance did not create a big difference, let's see how the software compares, because I would even argue that this part is more important for many users. Both the Pop 10 and the Spark 40 come with iOS running on Android 15, and unfortunately, the experience is still almost the same even though they are clearly different models. When you look at both phones, it's clear that this is the basic level software that Tecno is using on their budget smartphones. That does not automatically make it bad though, because there are still many good things about it. Interface is clean, there's not much bloatware, and you still get several useful features such as free link along with AI tools like circuit research and live translate. Overall, most people will still be impressed by how easy and intuitive the software feels. However, since this is a comparison between phones with a noticeable price gap, it once again ends up as a large draw. What about the battery life? If both phones were similar here, it could mean that the Spark 40 might actually struggle more since it has extra features to power. In terms of battery capacity, the Pop 10 comes with a standard 5000 mAh battery, standard, which is good. But the Spark 40 has a slightly bigger 5012 mAh cell. In real life use, both phones can easily last an average user a full day. The bigger difference appears when we talk about charging speed. The Pop 10 supports 15W fast charging, which is acceptable for the price but not very impressive. The Spark 40 on the other hand supports much faster 45W charging and can be fully charged in about 1 hour compared to roughly 2 hours on the Pop 10. Some users may not see this as a big deal since both phones can still last enough on a single charge and can be charged overnight. However, it's still a clear advantage, so this point goes to the Spark 40. And that brings us to the decisive final category, the cameras. From the outside, both camera models look like they have multiple lenses, but in reality, only one main camera does most of the work. Even so, they still deliver results that you would not normally expect from budget phone photography. Tecno Pop 10 comes with a 13MP camera that shoots up to 1080p video, whilst the Spark 40 offers a high resolution 50MP sensor that can record up to 2K video. As expected, the Spark 40 performs much better when it comes to both photos and videos compared to Pop 10, and this alone gives it the final point. So, is it really worth paying an extra 40,000 naira to buy the Spark 40, or should you simply go for the Pop 10 instead? The answer depends on what you personally care about the most. Even though the Pop 10 is more cheaper, the Spark 40 still offers several key advantages such as better stereo speakers, faster charging and improved cameras, which may be enough to justify the higher price, at least in my opinion. However, if you feel that you do not need a stronger camera system or you simply want to save money, the Pop 10 is still good enough that you are not going to regret buying it. To learn more about either of these two phones, click any card on the screen right now and I'll tell you all about it.